You didn't come the
You've
last
all
2
been
days.
bad.
You should have been here the last 2 days.
Today too.
Oh, Randall, you're somebody I was going to talk to.
I was. or
Then
am.
your name came up as,
Well,
well,
there's your
this
opportunity.
is, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk to you about is, we have, as you know, we have the Arthritis Foundation exercise program here. We have Strong Seniors, Strong Bones, which is an evidence-based program here. We have Tai Chi, we have Qigong, and we have talked about yoga. I don't know, didn't know any instructors. And we were supposed to have a massage therapist today, but that wasn't working out. And so Tammy said, I'd really like to do yoga. I'm like, I'd really like to do yoga too. I am thrilled. So anyway, this is the new year. This is Crystal River Rehab, who did Crystal Cares, and Tammy from Theta Care have combined forces this year, so they are a super force to be reckoned with. Yeah, super women, yes. Their capes are invisible. They're invisible. So they're combining, and once a month, the second Wednesday, I'm confused because of New Year's. The second Wednesday at 11 a.m. they will be, and we were calling it now,
Crystal and Theta Cares.
and we call it Cares for You.
Cares for You.
Yes, Cares for You. And they're gonna, we have worked out almost the whole year, and so we're gonna be getting that whole schedule. So you can plan, tell friends that are, might be interested in it. Do you wanna introduce Randall?
I can?
Yeah.
I can.
So you've seen Tammy before and you've seen Jennifer before.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let them present.
Randall has a little sign up here, so if you want some more information about yoga classes, I'm just gonna pass this around and then you can write your name down and information, and that will help him out. So Randall was very kind to come here today. Thank you very much for doing that. He's the owner of Deep River Yoga and Massage. Has anyone heard of that? Well, it's good we have you here.
Yeah.
It's good we have you here. He is a nationally registered yoga teacher, so good for you. Certified by Silver Age Yoga in San Diego, California. Phoenix Rising Yoga Therapist, State of Wisconsin licensed massage therapist, and teaches yoga classes at Circle of Life in King.
Yes.
And he also works for the County of Waupaca as a computer programmer. Side job?
Well, several jobs.
Several, okay, all right. So Randall was so gracious to come today, and we're gonna do a little yoga in the chairs. So thank you and welcome everybody.
Thank you. All right, so everybody's here that wants to be here, I take it? Yes?
Well, I think Gene said he was coming, but he'll wander in pretty soon. He's a wanderer.
Him and Dion, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure how to approach all of this, because this is a new group and this is a new space for me, and I have a filming person here, so we'll just approach it as we go. And I think we'll talk about Silver Age Yoga a little bit. Silver Age Yoga is an organization in California that offers a certification for yoga teachers to present yoga to the elderly. And it's a little different, actually quite a bit different than what I would normally run as a yoga class. And certainly what you might think of as young people, doing difficult looking things with their bodies. Silver Age Yoga is really more about health for the elderly and movement for the elderly. I became interested because, for one thing, I'll be 60 this year, and so I'm joining the group somehow. At least moving towards.
Yeah, really.
Moving towards. And they also, and I haven't done much of this yet, but they offer in low-income areas, they offer like a subsidized program. They have a program for subsidized yoga. I haven't worked with them much with that yet, but they have in large cities, in centers like this, they'll offer to low-income individuals yoga classes in a way that works for the organization as well as for the yoga teachers. So there's a whole program with that. Most of Silver Age yoga is done either in a chair or with the support of a chair. And that's for, of course, being able to stand up and down quite a bit. In a what I would call a standard yoga class, there's a lot of moving from standing to being on the floor to sitting to maybe standing again. And that isn't necessary to do yoga. It really isn't necessary. It certainly isn't necessary to do what we're doing. As far as yoga is concerned, I took a couple of notes down this morning of what I think of yoga. Yoga really is a science. The subcontinent of India, of course, was where yoga itself was developed over many, many, many centuries. And it was a science of self-discovery. One of the great things about yoga, besides being a science of self-discovery, is that it's also really good for your health. Now, that could include meditation, that could include breath work, it could include working with your body. All of those things, besides being a way to learn more about yourself, are good for your body, good for how you're feeling about yourself, good for relaxing your thoughts, relaxing your mind, relaxing tension, all of that. So in some ways, yoga really is not specifically about improving your health, but it's an effect of any yoga practice, really. So, yes, happens to be good for your health. And it's also for us, for the yoga that I practice and the yoga that I teach, it's really, I use it as a way for you to create, for students to create, or people involved, to create a foundation of strength so that you can open yourself, open your body, open your mind to possibilities, to changing yourself, to moving in a direction with yourself, with intention, with maybe goals. So your intention might be that I would really like to have less of a feeling of stress in my life. How do I open to the possibility of less stress in my life? I build a foundation of meditation or yoga and develop relaxation, develop openness in my thoughts, openness in my body. I want to maybe instead develop more of a healthy condition in my body. I feel stiff, or I feel, not well. And my belief system, my belief says, well, I'm getting older, I'm just never going to have good health. And that may not be true. The possibility of having better health is always there, I feel, and yoga is one tool. Create a foundation in your body to strengthen your body, to allow you to then move in ways that will help you open to different ways of thinking, living, and changing yourself. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll just start some practice, and we'll simply move on and see how it goes from there. I would really suggest that we take our shoes off. Is that a big deal for everybody to take your shoes off? I'll take mine off as well. Good. So I'm I'm gonna have everyone sit maybe up a little bit on the chair so they're not leaning so much on the chair itself. And then you can sit up tall and roll your shoulders up and back. And for this part, softly close your eyes. And I'll let you know when you can open your eyes again. And begin to bring some awareness to your breath. Pay attention to your breath. Let your body be still. And for the next few minutes, set aside some of the things that you maybe brought in from your outside life. Worries, concerns, thoughts. Just set them aside for this time. And continue to pay attention to your breath, watching your breath move. Breath moves your body. As you inhale, your lungs fill. As you exhale, your lungs empty. Notice where your breath enters at your nose. Feel where your breath enters at your nose. And feel the difference in sensation as your breath exits at your nose. If your mind wanders, simply notice that and bring your attention back to your breath. And expand now your attention, your awareness more into your body itself, sort of scanning through your body and feeling any sensations that you have, maybe in your shoulders or in your back, your hips, your legs, just noticing what's happening in your body. And then review just briefly these sensations that you've had in your body and in yourself, and simply ask yourself, what might I like to change about my body, myself, anything? What might I like to change? Inside, put that in the form of, I would like to change, etc. And we'll call this your intention. So you're forming your intention, I would like to change, etc. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and part your lips and let your breath come out with a sigh or a sound. And give yourself another deep breath. And again, another sigh or sound. And now begin to deepen your breath. Draw the breath in more fully down into your belly. It might help to sit up taller. Let your spine be a little more erect. And the breath is full on the inhale Your exhale is complete on full on an inhale, complete on an exhale. And we'll use the breath with the movement. So try timing your breath with the movements that we make. So when it feels like your chest is open, that's the time to take a deep breath in. When it feels like your chest, your body is a little more folded, maybe collapsed, that would be the time when you exhale. And then simply let your chin drop towards your chest. Let the back of your neck open, release a little bit. And there's no need to force this. You'll simply use the weight of your head, gravity, to begin to open the back of your neck. And then slide your chin across your chest so that it comes up and you're looking out over your right shoulder. So you lift your head so you're looking up out of your right shoulder, a little twist of the neck here, and then drop your chin towards that shoulder and make a little semicircle across your chest again, all the way over to the other side. And if any of this doesn't make quite enough sense for you to do this, you can always open your eyes. I'm going to model some of this for you. And then again, make a semicircle to the opposite side across your chest. And back to center. Turn your head back to center. Sit up tall. Take a breath. Exhale. And begin to make circles with your shoulders. Large circles. You can include your arms as large as you can make with your shoulders. And even so large that when you move your shoulders, you can feel the muscles around your shoulders. And if you take your shoulders and squeeze them behind you, you get a little stretch across the front of your chest. You get a little kind of massage in your shoulders. And then when your shoulders come forward, you can broaden across your chest. And now roll your shoulders in the opposite direction. Mm-hmm. And then release all of that. Give yourself a breath. Now bring your arms out in front of you. Hopefully we'll have enough room here. We're going to bend at the elbows with your palms facing each other. Watch out next to you. You may have to adjust in your chair a little bit. We're going to inhale, bring your elbows out to the side. Looks like we're doing okay. Stretch the shoulders again. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arms close together. Inhale, draw the arms away, elbows back. And exhale, arms close. A couple more times like that. Inhale the arms apart. We've got the cameraman doing it. That's great. Everybody's doing it. That's fun. One more like that. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Now bring your arms still out in front of you. You're going to hold them up, but you're going to bring your hands together like, you're familiar with this. Bring your elbows a little bit closer. Lift the elbows a little bit. Now shift your arms to the right. Just your arms. And inhale back to center. Shift your arms to the left. Just your arms, not your body. Inhale back to center. Shift your arms to the right. Back to center. Inhale. Shift your arms to the left. This time we're going to hold just for a second, shift back to center on an inhale, and then shift your arms to the right. Draw your elbows a little closer. We'll hold it here just for a few moments. Breathe deeply. Good. On your next inhale, come back to center with your arms. Keep your elbows lifted. I know this might be tough. And then shift your elbows to the left. We're going to hold again. Mm-hmm. Keep breathing. Yeah, I didn't promise it would be completely.
I just got out of an exercise class, I've just been doing them.
And back to center, release your arms. Give yourselves a couple of breaths. Release your shoulders. And notice sensation again in your body, especially you'll notice sensation in your arms and your shoulders. So is it okay if we run a little beyond 11:30? Because I think we're going to. Yeah. All right, once again, let's bring the arms out in front. This time we're going to do a little rowing. Imagine that you have handles of a rowing machine or whatever you might use for rowing, maybe a boat. Inhale. Exhale, just draw your elbows way back this time. Inhale, draw your arms forward. Grab a hold of the handles. Draw your arms back on exhale. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, draw the arms back. Inhale, draw your arms forward. Exhale, draw your arms back. A couple more rounds like that on your own. Everyone's doing great. All right, good. And now reach out with the right arm across to your left shoulder. Place your right hand on your left shoulder, and then take your left hand and just give yourself a hug. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And one more, squeeze and release. Good. Release your arms all the way down. Take a hold of the chair behind you. You've got these bars. Take a hold of the bars. And you're going to arch your back and tip your chin up and broaden across the front of your chest. And that's all on an inhale. And then on an exhale, you're going to round your back, drop your chin, and pull your belly in. And then inhale, arch your back, lift your chin, draw your heart forward and up, and exhale, drop your chin. And keep moving. Take your own pace, so everyone has a different pace. Two more rounds like that of breath. Keep your breath moving. And then on your next exhale, you can release your hands. Bring your arms out in front of you again. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms away. Bring your arms up about halfway to where they would come overhead. And then stretch your arms. Then bend your elbows. Bring your arms up almost all the way to as far as they would come. Maybe this way, Doris. Yeah, that's better. And then push your hands away open like this. There you go. Good. Keep breathing. Bend your arms again, and then wherever you are with your arms overhead, that's where you want to be. All the way overhead or as far as works for you, but stretch your wrists, stretch your hands, strong arms, long arms, even stretching down into the shoulders. That's it. And keep breathing deeply. And anyone who feels like their chin is a little bit dropped, lift your chin a little bit. Good. And a nice big inhale. Release your arms. Come a little more forward on your chair so that you have enough room to clasp your hands behind you like this. Doing okay, Doris?
No, I have a
Don't
torn rotor.
You do,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Anything that doesn't work for you, please feel free to do something else or don't do anything at all. That's perfectly okay with everyone. Yep. All right, sit up tall. And we're gonna simply stretch the arms behind you, roll the shoulders back, and then lift the arms a little bit. Feel how that broadens across your chest, and what does that give you? More space for open breath, more space for opening the heart, the lungs, the rib cage, breath for yourself, breath for change, breath for life. One or two more breaths like this. And then you can release your hands back to your lap. Notice what's happening within your body. Notice any sensations. Notice anything that might be changing. And now simply scoot to the right on your chair so that you have enough room to place your left hand down next to you on your chair. Your feet are still right in front of you. Yep, so.
I have feet on my boots.
Oh, you do?
Because my feet were cold.
Okay. That's fine. Inhale, turn your right arm and hand outwardly. Hopefully we'll have enough room again. Otherwise, we'll just shift a little bit. Inhale your arm up to shoulder height.
Go ahead in front of me.
Keep turning your palm upward. Stretch through your arm all the way to your fingertips. And then continue to inhale and bring your arm all the way up overhead. Now your left arm, you're going to want to bend at the elbow and simply tip and tilt to that side. Bring your right arm as close as possible to your right ear. And then as you press down into your chair, you're going to stretch that side of your body and stretch that arm all the way up into the fingers on that side. That opens this side of your rib cage. So what yoga, one thing yoga really is about is opening the rib cage. So we work especially now with the right side, but think also of how can you expand and lift the bottom part of your rib cage as well while you're in the pose. And one more deep breath in, and inhale, bring your arm all the way up, turn the palm away, release your arm back to your lap. Scoot to the other side of your chair. And place your right hand on the chair now. Good. Feet are still facing forward. Feet are still well placed on the floor. Turn your left arm and palm out. Inhale your arm up to shoulder height first. That way we can stretch from the shoulder out to the fingertips. That's okay. Inhale all the way up then. And keep that length in your arm. Use your right arm to bend at the elbow to help you shift and bend to the right side. Bring your left arm closer to your ear and then stretch from your hips up the side of your body, up the arm, all the way to the middle finger, all the way to the fingers themselves. You can even open your palm wide here. Lots of variations we could do. And keep breathing. Now fill especially the left side of your lungs. Feel them open. Feel the rib cage expand. And see if you can bring enough length in your body to give a little of that length to the underside, the right side as well. One more deep breath like this. And come up with the arm, turn the palm away, exhale, release the arm all the way down, back to your lap. And again, soft eyes, Notice any quickening of your heart, movement of your blood, anything that might be shifting or changing within your body. Now, does anyone have a difficulty crossing one knee over the other? Is that okay? Okay, so cross your right knee over your left. You're going to simply bring your left arm outside the right thigh. Yep. Then you're going to...
The other right, huh?
Yeah, the other right.
left thigh, excuse me. Right arm outside the left thigh.
That's your
Wait.
left.
That's your left.
I do this at least once,
I know.
once a class. So the left arm comes outside the right leg. There we go. So with Doris, maybe the other direction, the other way. So the
Other arm.
The other arm.
The other
Maybe
way.
you could
Oh.
help her flow. There
There.
we go. There we go. Yep, simple like that. And all we're going to do then is we're going to turn to the right and find our chair behind us anywhere our other hand will find the chair. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale and twist to that side. That would be your feet to the right side. Maintain this twist. Each inhale, you lengthen your spine. You feel your spine lengthen. And each exhale, you twist a little bit more. And keep your breath moving. A spinal twist. A couple more breaths like this. Without straining, see if you can make your twist a little deeper. And what will help you a lot is to, first of all, keep your spine long, and also you can draw your belly in a little bit. Good.
Therein lies the problem.
All right, now keep your legs crossed, but come back to center. Switch arms. So the left hand comes behind you now, and just an easy twist of this side to kind of release, counter twist. Good, and then back to center, and we're going to now switch legs. Left arm over the right knee. Right arm outside the left thigh.
We need labels.
Yeah.
Really?
Left hand behind you. Nice tall spine. Inhale deeply and exhale and twist to that side. Keep the length in your spine. Keep your breath moving. Each inhale, a nice long tall, all the way to the top of your head, torso, and twist to your left a little deeper and hold this twist. And on your next exhale, keep your legs crossed, simply switching sides. An easy twist on this side. And then back to center. You can release your legs. Bring your feet a little farther apart and your knees farther apart. You're going to place the tops of your hands on the insides of your knees. And then you're simply going to slide your hands down for a little forward fold. We're just going to finish up with a little forward fold as far as your hands will come. Maybe take a hold of your shins. Good. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to lengthen the spine, lift a little bit, inhale, and look forward.
Oh, that feels good.
Stretch forward. And then exhale, you can just fold your body over, slide maybe a little deeper into the pose. And then again, inhale, lengthen. Lengthen, lift your chin, look forward. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. And then on an inhale, slide your hands back up. Just once
That was
more.
my back.
Once more, reach back for the props of your chair, and then one more little easy back bend, just to counter stretch the back. And then release all of that. Make sure your feet are nice and flat, connected to the ground, connected to the floor. And you can bring your hands to your lap. You can either turn the palms up, or you can hold your hands, or you can just simply keep your palms on your knees. And we're going to come back to that quiet place. Let your shoulders release once again. Bring awareness down into your belly and let your belly soften. Bring awareness down into your hips, and as you're sitting here, just let your hips and your legs release and relax. Quieter, quieter. And even though there are sounds from within the room and sounds from outside the room, see if you can keep your body as still and as quiet and as relaxed as possible. Allowing your eyes to soften and relax. And now simply bring your right hand palm right over the center of your chest. We'll call that your heart center. And then bring your left hand right over your right hand in the center of your chest. And offer yourself a moment of appreciation for who you are, in this time and in this place. Offer a sense of thankfulness and gratitude for yourself as well. And give yourself one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands, and you can come back to the room.
Yeah. Stay there.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you
wonderful.
very much for coming.
What was the reason for taking the shoes off, so we don't run out aside from on site?
So you don't run out and try to play pool, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, actually, the reason we take the shoes off is because yoga really is about, it's about many things, but it's also about connecting with deepest part of yourself. Our bodies are made up of the earth. I mean, we eat earth that grows from, we eat food that grows from the earth. You know, our bodies are material there. So we want to have that connection to the ground. And with shoes, we kind of lose that a little bit. So normally, I would do yoga practice with bare feet. So are there any questions?
I just have to tell a story. My son is a friend with a basketball player in the NBA, and he was diagnosed a year ago with an enlarged heart just during the team physicals.
Wow.
They picked this up,
Okay.
and it was a bacterial infection or something.
Okay.
So what he had to do was, he was off for a year. Couldn't do any cardio, couldn't do any fitness training. He could golf, and he could do yoga.
Great.
So he did yoga for a year. He went back this season, and he hadn't lost. He was in better shape than when he had the first physical, and he's like the most limber on the team, and he's flying all over the place, and he hadn't lost really any of his cardio either, you know, workouts and that yoga, you know, so now of course he has continued it, but
Good.
you know, I thought that was a pretty interesting story of not being able to do anything but yet yoga. And he said yoga saved him in that time. They also had his daughter was born, and she had some health issues, and you know, he said that actually got him through all of that, also the yoga.
Thanks.
I
Yes.
thought that was
Yes, and as I've said, my deepest sense of yoga is it's about change, discovering who you are, maybe knowing more about yourself, and then being able to move forward. What do I want to do in my life? What do I want to do with my health? Can I change it? I believe you can. I believe with yoga you can change it.
Well, and he was a perfect example. He really thought, he's 30, and so he really thought he was done, that his career at this point was done, that he would be cut. And in fact, he came back his first game and had he's a phenomenal three-point shooter, and just blew away the game with three-pointers, and that, you know, he thought he was done.
Well, I can't promise that any of us will be superstar basketball players.
Oh,
by doing
that was
yoga.
my point.
However, you know, you have opportunity, you have possibilities, and you have choices. That's what I think yoga gives you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you. Does anybody else have questions?
Thoughts, maybe? Not even a question?
I think it's a great exercise.
Yes. Have you done some yoga before with somebody else, maybe?
No, but I think it's just wipe everything outside and just concentrate on what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That
Good.
breathing.
Yes. And your name, Sarah, is?
Gene.
Jean.
It's Karen
Yes.
said, Karen.
Okay, Karen
Remember she
and
said
Jean.
he was coming later? Maybe I don't wanna admit it.
Oh,
I'm sure you do.
I think too that
Sure
I
you
find
do.
when you're telling us to breathe and relax and feel your body, I carry tenseness in my shoulders
Me too.
all the time. So the minute you would say that, I would drop my shoulders, and even my legs, which I didn't realize so much, you know, it made me relax all those body parts and let it flow.
And the breath also gives oxygen
Yep.
and energy to those areas as we strengthen them, as we open them. The breath is to oxygenate the blood, and then bring that blood, your heart and your whole system will bring the blood into those areas that you're opening, that you're working with.
I do the silver skater class occasionally, fill in, and I try at the end of the class to have everybody relax. Just
Uh-huh.
drop your arms down and relax all the muscles in their body,
Good.
and then start to hit going on down. And
Oh,
you notice that
excellent.
you have muscles that are tight that you don't realize that are tight. You say, keep going down, say, oh, okay, relax.
So Jean teaches a class?
Not here.
Oh.
Next door.
At the center.
Fitness center, yeah.
Okay.
Helen is our health instructor, our
Uh-huh.
exercise
Hello.
instructor
Hi.
here.
Uh-huh.
And she incorporates relaxation and,
We do some in the deep breathing in the arthritis program, arthritis exercise program. And I also teach the Qigong program.
Oh, you are, okay.
Deep
Ah,
breathing, so.
Uh-huh. Yes, I'd
And
like to speak
a
with
lot
you
of-
about that sometime. That's
A lot of the
great.
moves you've done are similar, would you say?
Yeah.
Flow is one of my
Uh-huh.
avid supporters in that.
Do we have anybody else that does Tai Chi here?
I have an instructor that, she's on vacation. She was certified through the Arthritis Foundation.
Ah,
They
nice.
they have a senior Tai Chi type program, and we're working on that,
Uh-huh. I would love to join you for a Qigong or Tai Chi.
I did the Qigong on Mondays, stuff in that, actually, you missed it. Oh, no, you were
It was
here.
just before
Never mind,
this.
we're jumping to next week.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't, it was.
No,
it was
we
Monday.
weren't there on
Yeah,
Monday.
That's right.
What time, Helen?
What day isn't it?
It's on Monday mornings at 10.
Like 10?
It's 10? 10.
Good.
And we'd like to,
Yeah.
sometime I need to talk to you to incorporate, and we have a lot of people looking for yoga, and they can't do crazy yoga that,
The crazy look.
well,
Yeah,
really.
Obviously, we're at a senior center and the floor mats are issues, so a chair yoga would be ideal.
Mhm. Yeah, and we wouldn't necessarily always sit in the
No.
chair.
No.
We might use the chair for support in one way or the other.
Right.
Mhm. Even standing, or
Mhm.
squatting, or bending.
Yeah, not that crazy stuff for them.
Yeah, well, it would look a
We're
little.
not doing that crazy stuff.
It would look a little more like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it has a lot of value to add to everyone's life.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
calmness,
Yeah,
the calmness, I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't want to, don't end, you know?
Yeah.
Keep it going, you know, it's.
And there's always something to be said about working together as a group like this. I like this room, it's a little cool, but probably not so cool in the summer, maybe the spring.
we have a beautiful exercise room upstairs, beautiful.
Give you the nickel tour when we.
Helen will
Okay.
show you through.
All right. Any other questions or thoughts? And if you are interested, we have just something where you could put your phone number or your email address.
Well, my mind is on autopilot. I put my address first before my phone number.
But otherwise, the classes that I'm running out there are not even crazy classes out there. These are middle-aged and older people.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and actually,
That's us.
you know,
That's us.
really, there isn't,
Like
you know,
us.
anyone here that
Yeah.
probably could not do the classes out there.
What do you do?
In King, there's that Victorian home.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Circle of Life Healing Arts.
It used to be that bed and breakfast.
Yep. And at one time, I think they even had
Real
like a
estate.
windmill there.
Yeah.
They did, you know,
Yeah.
when that was that
Yep.
bed and breakfast.
On QQ?
If you're coming south towards
The
King,
apartments are back behind it, you know, they cut a
The
road through there, but those apartments.
Park View is there, and then just after Park
Park
Vista,
Vista.
just after Park Vista is the Circle of Life, and it's that big Victorian house. Bob and Mary took the 3-car garage they had and gutted it and insulated it, put bathrooms in, put a wood laminate floor on it. It's a wonderful
Wow.
little
Oh,
room.
that's the yoga
Yeah.
studio?
Yeah, so it's a nice little yoga center, they call it, and there's a change in the room. It's a nice little place.
Very cool.
Thank you so
And also I do, as she said, I do a massage. If anybody's ever interested in massage, I offer that. And I do what's called Thai yoga massage, which means that I do all the work of your yoga practice. You would be on a thick mat on the floor, kind of like a futon, and I might lift your legs, I might bend your legs, I might, you know, do twists with you, or with your arms, or back bend. It's a really fun process. I even have
Sounds
some
like it's
players-
painful.
Not if he's doing
The
the
key
work.
in any good massage is to let your massage therapist know if it's painful, and then we change the massage. Yep.
Sounds like a
We don't want it to be
chiropractor.
painful. Pardon?
Sounds like a chiropractor.
Actually, I was working with one of the chiropractors in town. He's changed his business, so right at the moment I'm not doing that. Yeah, works well with chiropractic. I get chiropractic and do my yoga practice.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to hand out those?
Yes, the supplements.
Oh, that's right, we have time for that.
Oh,
Thanks,
we're
thanks
fine.
everyone.
No, you're
Thank you.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, that was wonderful.
The counter medications with then your vitamins. So take a look at it. She's a great resource. So if you have any questions, I put her card. You could give a call or stop. You guys all know where Hometown Pharmacy is?
Next to China House.
Yes, yeah.
If you ever call, that's how he answers, China House.
I know a lot of people always wonder about taking vitamins and supplements along with their medications. And so if you're not sure, stop in and ask her and she can help you out and give you some information. Also about what vitamins, sometimes you wanna take it in the morning or you wanna make sure you take it with milk or not, or, there's all that you have to think about. So just some good information for everybody.
Are most vitamins recommended to take with food?
Most vitamins?
I think ones I was taking were recommended with food.
Yeah, I like to take mine in the morning. I noticed that if I take my vitamins and I don't eat right away, it doesn't settle really good on like that empty stomach, so I like to take it with food. I just feel better. But you wanna make sure that, I think like even vitamin D, they talk about making sure that you have your calcium when you're taking vitamin D or something else, so that you absorb it actually. Otherwise, if it doesn't absorb, it's not gonna do you any good, so she's a good resource.
And I've always got a problem with low iron, and I was told do not take your iron at the same time of day that you take your calcium. And iron absorbs in the morning with vitamin C.
Sure.
So do your iron in the morning and save your calcium for
In the evening?
Yeah, I don't know if that's in here, but that was that was specifically that, going in for tests for blood. So I'm guessing that the person who was giving me that information knew what she was talking about. I have to hope so.
Yeah. So.
Check all your directions on your vitamins and your medicines. You should almost separate them and take one here, one there, because if you take them all together, you fight each other and they're not doing any good.
Right, you
Or
really
just
absorb
eat-
it.
Just eat the food and forget about the tablets.
Well, yeah.
That's probably the better one over.
That's the better way to go. Works for me.
D3?
D3 is
Oh.
what I take, that's all I take.
Oh, and D is so good, especially now with the winter and not getting enough sun and so. Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, this was wonderful.
We'll get a schedule out and you guys can see what we've got every month and
Next month is?
I was gonna say, next month is
cognitives. Wasn't it
Screening.
cognitive screening, yeah, keeping the mind sharp and.
Cognitive screening.
what was that?
I hold the screen, right?
Cognitive screening, so we can screen your cognition.
For
Okay.
memory and that type of thing. Keeping your mind sharp. Yes, perfect.
It's sharp, it just isn't long.
Sharp as a tack and short as a tack, right?
Yeah.
Please help yourself. We've got some cookies, we've got some fruit, or grab a bottle of water, so please
We're
help
all
yourself.
relaxed, we're all just sitting here enjoying the, we're just staying here today.
I wish.